Hello and welcome to Doubles and Trebles. Pie Man has been on, he is the boss, and he has said, stop talking about the contenders, the prices, the runners, the riders. Just give us your final selection for the Epsom Oaks. We're recording on Monday evening, the 30th of May. We're just 4 days away from the Epsom Oaks. It's the bank holiday Friday, so everyone's going to be off, and you should be able to sit back and watch and enjoy as my selection, Tranquil Lady, trounces the field and takes the glory at Epsom. Did our first video on the Epsom Oaks about 3 weeks ago, and at that time I said Tranquil Lady was the best value in the market and she would be my selection at that stage. She was 12 to 1 then. She's actually 14 to 1 now, and I fancy her more now than I did 3 weeks ago. She's now a confirmed runner for Joseph O'Brien, and Tom Marquand's been booked to rider. I think Tom had a big price place in the Epsom Derby a couple of years ago, so knows his way around there. Still, obviously, reasonably inexperienced and hasn't been over the line in one of the big Epsom classics, but he's on fire the last couple of years, Tom, and he's been riding really well for and blasting in winners all over the place for William Haggis recently. So I take that as a positive. There's some other positives as well. I'm just going to run through the reasons why Tranquil Lady is the one for me. She's a half sister to Joseph's dual Group 1 winner, State of Rest. He's actually the highest rated horse in Ireland. She's nailed on to stay on pedigree. Tranquil Lady, she'll have no problems in that department. She disappointed first time out this season, the first appearance of a 3-year-old campaign, but bounced back with authority in the Group 3 Blue Win Stakes on May the 7th. She smashed a decent looking field that day by 4 lengths. I thought the further she went, the better she looked. I thought she was pretty impressive in that, like I say, winning by over 4 lengths. She looked an Oaks type to me at the time, and I hope she still looks like an Oaks type at 4:30 on Friday afternoon, and hopefully she's winning. Like I say, she's actually a bigger price now than she was then. I think that's wrong, to be honest with you, because there's only one contender that's ran and impressed since our first video, and that's Nashwa. So she's taking up a bit of a chunk at the market at the top, and obviously Emily Upjohn is very strong at the top of the market, could go off odds on. Back to Tranquil Lady. Joseph O'Brien has confirmed that Tom Marquand will ride. Again, I think that's a positive. Covered that earlier. And another positive I've taken. Joseph had 2 contenders for this race. Tranquil Lady and Above the Curve. Above the Curve was second at Chester, talked up by many as unlucky at Chester and possibly want to be on and reverse the form with Thoughts of June here at Epsom. But that's not happening because Above the Curve actually went to France over the weekend just gone and won what was an awful looking Group 1, but a Group 1 in name nonetheless, in France over the weekend. She looked pretty impressive there. Ryan Moore rode her. So the fact that Above the Curve, who could have ran at Epsom, didn't and went to France. I know it's different ownership, but it's still from the same stable, and the stable are now relying on one runner and one runner only, and that is Tranquil Lady. I think that's got to be a positive. The only problem I see at this stage with Tranquil Lady is that if the ground went quick, she's not experienced that before. That could be a question mark and a question that she's yet to answer in her career. She may do, she might not. It's currently good to soft in places at Epsom. There's dry and hot weather expected from Wednesday onwards. So by the time we get to Friday, that soft is very likely to no longer appear in the question, and it could be the opposite, maybe good to firm in places. Usually they manage the ground at Epsom, so on the Friday it's a bit slower than the Saturday. They don't want it to be too quick on the Saturday for obvious reasons with the Derby taking place. So hopefully, as long as there's good in there and it's not outright firm or outright quick, I think Tranquil Lady will be fine. Hopefully the forecast stays as what it is predicted. But that's the bet. It's not going to be too deep. Only 4 or 5 minutes long. Tranquil Lady is the bet. 14 to 1. Would you back it each way? Probably not. There's only 12 runners at a max. Well, there's only 12 runners in at the 5-day declaration stage, so they could be single figures by the time we get to Friday. So Tranquil Lady each way, 3 places you're going to get 14 to 1. I really do like her. Obviously, Emily Upjohn is the market leader and is the one to beat, really. Tranquil Lady is not that far behind on figures, but Emily Upjohn has been really impressive in 2 starts so far this year. I wouldn't put anyone off her. I certainly wouldn't back her myself at even money. You know that's not my kind of party. But hopefully Tranquil Lady can possibly get the better of Emily Upjohn. But I do expect Emily Upjohn to be the one to beat. I've looked at trying to take her on. I've spent a long time trying to pick holes in Emily Upjohn, and I can't do. So I certainly wouldn't put you off her, but at even money, not for me. Tranquil Lady is the one, definitely, each way. Hopefully she can go and get the job done. Thanks for watching, and we'll be also back with a similar video to this with the Derby selection. Cheers.